on today's episode of the Better Minecraft Survival series. Sharleen and Drusilla decided to relocate to a campsite deep in the woods. And we just started digging for resources, close to the campsite of course. But let's get going, grab a snack and get a drink, and enjoy the episode. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to Better Minecraft. So, today I would like to have a look at what our villagers are up to and see if we could maybe breed them a little bit. I'm going to need 2 additional villagers for what I'm planning next. So 2 will be good enough because once they breed, we'll be able to make more of them. But now I see I've only got 2 in here, and I need to have at least 4 so that we can at least get 2 of them to the new location. Now, honestly speaking, I'm going to have to find some more crops sometime soon, because we are running low and winter is still a little time before winter will be over. As my calculations, if I'm correct, each season lasts for 28 days. That means winter should end around about 28, 56, 112, about 6 days from now. That's totally not too bad, I think. Anyway, let me go and feed the villagers some bread and see if they would like to have a baby so that we can start breeding up. So there is now 5 beds over here, and oh my goodness, they are very eager. That's not bad news at all. I meant to say there are now 5 beds here, so we could easily breed an extra baby or 2. What's this little one's name? Frederick? Katharine? Who's your child? What's his name? Sharleen? It's not him, it's her. Well done, guys. Awesome stuff. Okay, so while you guys are raising your child, I guess it's a good time to go and see where we are going to have the new villagers settle. Now, this side of the base, here close to where we're going to dig our big hole, I think I would like to have some armorers, weaponsmiths and toolsmiths. Now the theme for their houses is going to be, since we are in a spruce forest, we're going to use spruce, and we will also use cobblestone. But I'm going to have to find some cobblestone first, which is why we might start digging today. But first, let me clear up some of the wood or some of the trees so that we can have some space to work with. Okay, so I think this is good enough space to start with. We are going to build small houses, almost like with the farmer houses over there. But these houses will have to have space to, let's say I have 3 villagers in each of them. So the idea would be to have 2 working villagers and 1 extra space so that when we want to breed villagers, it is not that difficult, since we've already got the extra bed and the 2 villagers ready to go. But now I think the next step in the journey is going to be to start digging so that we can gather some cobblestone. Now my shovel is almost broken, but I think we should just go ahead and start off. Now originally I wanted to make this area much larger than I'm going to do it, but I was thinking we could always expand it if we would like. So I'm going to dig 27 by 27, so let's get going. So that's going to be the initial dig site. But now I think I need to go back home and have a nap. Why I'm going home and not sleeping out in the fields, that I would like to gather some iron from our storage so that we can make a few shovels to get us through the dig. So I think we need to start by getting some bamboo so that we can make a few scaffolding blocks. If we're going to dig down into the ground, we might just need a way to get back out easily. And bamboo is going to be our saving grace. Now bamboo does grow really quickly, and I mean, just have a look at all this bamboo that we've got already. I might just decide to change this bamboo out for sugarcane or something else to just end off the farm over here, but we will think about what we're gonna do there a little bit later on. Now let me quickly go and craft a few thingies that we will need. I did take some string, and we can get the cooked pork chops. Then how do we make scaffolding? $60 pieces of scaffolding I think is going to be more than enough. Then I would like to just make a few chests as well, because if we're going to be working there in the wild, I will need the place to store the things that I have. Now I'm going to run quickly back to my house to get some iron for a few shovels, and then I will meet you right back at the dig site. So here we are. I'm going to place the chests and just put everything that I don't really need right now in the chest, and then I think we can get going. Now the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to need to break some trees. So let's get that done so that we can just open up the space we're going to dig in, and then we will start working. This is the border here. We go this one as well. This one needs to go. This one needs to go. So we are just about halfway through with the first half of the initial marking out of the dig site, and night has fallen, and we went through 1.5 shovels already. So, but now, I guess we can have a nap and continue tomorrow. Another baby has been born. Drusilla. What sort of a name is that? But we need to go on with the dig, so let me get started again. So while doing my duty in feeding the villagers, Katharine decided that she had enough of the breeding program, and she escaped. Now, this wasn't totally all bad news, because she did go and take up a job as a Fletcher. Now, I would have to make sure that Katharine would be safe. And when she went back into the wagon, I just simply placed a block to block the door so that she cannot go out. Now, when I checked the trade, she had a 2 emerald for arrows trade, which isn't bad at all, but my thought process was that if she's going to be a Fletcher, we are going to need her to trade sticks so that we can get emeralds from her. I broke the job block, collected it, and I decided to just place it until Katharine decides to trade us some sticks. Katharine wasn't playing along and kept standing where I wanted to place the block, but eventually I got it placed, and when I checked, Katharine had a stick trade. She was very expensive, but whatever. Sticks are easy to come by. So Katharine will be our stick trader from now on. So we've done the basic first layer, everything is cleared out, and now we are going to start digging down a little bit, because the whole point of clearing the area was to start getting towards stone so that we can get cobblestone, so we can start building our houses for the villagers. Now, as you can see, it's quite easy to get to cobblestone, or to stone at least, because just digging 2 or 3 blocks down gets us to stone level. Now, I think what I want to do is just get this area here. And what? Lapis lazuli so high up? I didn't know you could get it this high up. But the point is, we want to get cobblestone so that we can build a few houses for our villagers. Now, the idea was originally to just go down layer by layer by layer, but for now our tools are not lasting, and we want to get the villagers going so that we can start getting tools from them. So I decided to just dig out a little corner here for now, so that we can start getting the cobblestone that we need in order to do this. Now, this enchanted iron pickaxe that I got from the rascal a few episodes earlier is really nice and fast for this point of the game. So I don't really know how many pieces of cobblestone I would like to get, but 1 stack is not going to be enough for now. So I think let's just get maybe 3 stacks, or let's just go until this pickaxe breaks. When the pickaxe breaks, we will call it a day, and we will see how far we can get. Now the houses that we are going to build, I'm going to use cobblestone in it, and then we will use mostly spruce wood to build the houses with. We are going to build quite a few houses, but they will be small, and we will house armorers, toolsmiths, weaponsmiths, and maybe fletchers as well, so that we can cover all the weapon and armor and tool needs that we might have. So we're almost there. Almost got 3 stacks. So I think I'm just going to collect some iron as well, because I mean it is right here. Okay, I think this is enough for now. So let's go up, and what do we have here? Hello, Misty. How are you doing? You don't have anything nice to trade. The moss blocks I can find myself. Music disc, Ludo crypt, bee laxing with the home bees. Well, not interesting enough for me. I'm sorry, but I'm not buying anything from you. Now, I do think that we are at the point where we can start laying out a few houses, maybe put up a fence and bring some villagers over. I only need to bring 2 villagers over because we can just place some beds and breed them as well, and I think I will do that while I start building the houses. So for now, I think I'm going to get a few fences, put down a floor for the first house, and then we can bring some villagers over. We will build the house around the villagers, I think, but I want them right here where I'm working so that they can breed and have babies as quickly as possible. So, the sun is going down. Tomorrow morning I'm going to collect some rails and make a few fences, and then we will start getting this first house in. But while I sort out my inventory, let me remind you to, if you like the content, leave a like. To stay up to date with new content, subscribe to the channel, and as always, drop a comment, let me know what you think. I really would like to have a discussion with you. Wow, our villagers has been busy. We've got a new villager called Brady. So now we've got 4 villagers, which is good. I'll get 2 of them to go to the campsite that I'm going to set up. But for now, let's just see if I can set up the campsite. So I've brought some resources to be able to just set up a basic little campsite for our villagers. Okay, so I do have more fences so that we can just completely cover up the area. And over here what we'll do is this, so that we can get a railway line going right in without us having to open the fence gate to get the villagers in. Now I would just like to add a little bit more light. We don't want any nasties spawning here in this area where we are going to keep the villagers. And then I think let me go and get some rails, and then we'll start moving the villagers in. Let's move this fence gate just up one space so that the villagers can't escape, but when we place a rail, they should be able to get underneath the rail. And then I think let's just start building the rail from here. And then I don't know whether an activator rail should just dump the villagers. So this is what we've got so far. Now I think the next step would be to go and get a minecart so that we can transfer the villagers back down to the new campsite. For now, while it is nighttime, I would like to just get one of the villagers ready. So let's remove this bed, lock him in, place the bed back. So who's the lucky guy or girl? Sharleen is going to be our first villager. Now I will need to go and get some iron so that I can make a minecart so that we can get the villagers transported safely. So today is moving day, but first we need to get something to move the villagers with. And we're going to use a minecart. So now let's see if we can get a villager in the minecart and relocate them to the tent site. And it had to be a rainy day. Let's see if we can place the minecart. There you go, villagers in the minecart, and let's see if we can get him on the rail. There you go. Sharleen, you're going to love it where you are going. Boom. Nice, nice, nice traveling. And I really did think the activator rail was going to do what I wanted it to do. But it seems I'm going to have to do this manually. Now, I don't want to hurt Sharleen, but it seems I didn't. Now, I need to find a way to get out of here without letting Sharleen escape. Now, we need to go find a partner for Sharleen, but that's quite easy, because we do have a few more villagers willing to work. First of all, we need to see if we can get one of them to go get in the minecart. Now I don't want the baby to escape. Come, go, go. Don't you want to go get a job? Camping is fun, I'm telling you. Come on. I know it's raining outside, Drusilla, but you will enjoy it. Go. How am I going to do this? Can I just do that? So now we need to get Drusilla to play along and get in the minecart. But with a name like Drusilla, I can believe that you can accept that it's not going to be an easy task. Come on, Drusilla, get in the minecart. I promise you Sharleen is waiting for you at the campsite. Oh my word, I cannot believe that it's so difficult for you to just get in the bloody minecart. Come on, that's better. You'll enjoy the trip. Okay, Drusilla, you're going to travel. Don't worry, it's not such a long trip. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Drusilla, I didn't mean to do that. But honestly speaking, after all the trouble you gave me, you couldn't expect anything less. Now I need to get 2 beds and maybe see if we can get a work station or 2 so that those 2 can start actually working for a living. So it seems that spring has finally arrived. So that will mean that our crops over here should start growing, and we can immediately see that the wheat has been starting. Now, in order to take advantage of the crops that's going to start growing again, we need to get those villagers over at the campsite working. So let's quickly go and make some beds and get some job blocks for them. So first off, I would like to make 4 beds. I know we've got only 2 villagers, but we are going to have to breed them so that we can have more, because what we are planning over there is going to need a lot of villagers. Now we've got 4 beds, and I would like to also make 2 job blocks. So for the first one, we are going to need a blast furnace, which is easy to make. We need a furnace, 5 pieces of iron, which hurts, and then 3 smooth stone blocks. That creates a blast furnace. The second one would be the armorer, or is it the toolsmith? I can't really remember. But is it something like this? A smithing table. That's right. Now my inventory is way overloaded, so I think let's quickly just go and use the chest over here to store some of our items so that we have space in our inventory for those blocks. And obviously I didn't make enough space. Anyway, there we are. Now we can go and place these blocks, and soon we can get those villagers to breed even more villagers for us. But the most important part is that they need to start working. Now, to start off with, I think we can just place the 4 beds right next to each other. There you go, 4 beds. We can use a little wool to just give them a little bit more privacy. We can do the same this side. That should be perfect. Place a few torches. We don't want any nasties to spawn. And then we can place the job blocks. So let's see which jobs which one of them wants. There, we've got a smithing table. And Sharleen seems to want to be the toolsmith, offering a stone shovel and a stone hoe. Those are early trades, but I think we'll just leave it as is. And then we'll place the blast furnace, and Drusilla, with a name like that, decided to be the armorer, giving us an iron helmet for 10 emeralds. She's so mad because I hit her yesterday, but she'll get over it. I'm sure she will. Now the next step is we're going to need to find some food. But for now, I think this is where we end the episode, because it has been getting a little long. So I will clear up the rails, and I will see you in the next episode, where we will start building a few houses for our working class villagers over here in the woods. So you have to have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the series if you did. And I will see you next time.